So you've decided that you need a new fence. Great. But at what cost? Any home improvement project can seem daunting, especially one as large as a new fence. Materials aren't the cheapest these days, and fencing is no exception. The first thing you need to decide is what kind of fence material best suits you. Do you need privacy? How tall do you need the fence to be? The answers to these questions will determine what material is best. The next thing is determining how many gates you need and what size. Gates come in a variety of widths, from 3 feet wide over sidewalks to 5 feet wide to accommodate large equipment. Once you get beyond 5 feet in width, you typically have to jump into a double gate scenario, which doubles your total width overall and allows large vehicles, boats, you name it, to pass through your fence. After you figure out the type of gate and the quantity, you'll need to know if you will need to remove any existing fence. This will factor into the overall price, as removal of an old fence can sometimes take a lot more time than originally anticipated. Once you know if you're removing any existing fence or not, you'll need to know how many linear feet of new fencing will be needed. This sounds difficult, but it's really not, and can be achieved a multitude of different ways. The first option is to use a free measuring app on your phone. For iPhones, it's a native app. For Android, it may be something you need to download depending on your device. This works very simply, where you point your phone's camera to the corners of where the fence will go and measure along those lines. Be sure to snap photos as you do it to keep a record. The second option is to use Google Earth. This is a free software that can be used online or downloaded. Not to be confused with Google Maps, Google Earth is a software where you can use to measure via satellite imagery. As long as you have a clear sight of your property, you can accurately measure for your new fence. The third option to get the total linear footage needed for your new fence is the old-fashioned way. You can use a tape measure or walk foot over foot around the entire perimeter of the new fence installation area. This is the slowest way, but can work for those that consider themselves low-tech. The fourth and final option is to count the number of panels. Panels are the series of pickets between the fence posts. Typically, panels are constructed in 6-foot or 8-foot lengths and may not be exactly those widths. You can count the number of panels, multiply by the length, and voila, there is your estimated total linear feet. So for example, you count 25 panels, you multiply that by 6 feet, since they are mostly 6 feet apart, and you get 150 linear feet. This is the least accurate but the fastest method. Once you have the type of fence material, height, how many gates if you're removing any existing fence, and how many linear feet you need, it's time to plug those figures into the fence calculator. It will then spit out a number at the bottom of the calculator. Once you have that number, feel free to email yourself the results so you can refer back later. If that number is within your budget and you are ready to move forward, please call us directly at 855-469-7742 to schedule a consultation. Alternatively, you can email us at info@buyafence.com and we will get back to you within 24 hours. Good luck choosing a new fence for your property, and we look forward to working with you.